Welcome to You're Not Alone, the podcast that brings you real stories of strength, hope, and resilience. Our guests are real people, just like you, who have faced losses, anxieties, and life obstacles, but emerged stronger. Today, we are joined by the inspiring Eileen Caliva, the founder of Caliva Cookies, who boldly followed her passion for baking and built a thriving business from her grandmother's treasured recipes, empowering the idea that age is never a barrier to pursue your dream. If you need a dose of motivation to take your own leap or want to enjoy a story filled with passion and determination, this episode is for you. Let's dive in. My name is Victoria Vita. I'm a CEO and founder of Self-Awesomeness and a host of this podcast. And today's guest is Eileen Caliva, founder and CEO of Caliva Cookies company. I met Eileen a couple of months ago and was so fascinated by her passion and the way she transformed her baking passion into Caliva Cooking Company. Caliva Cookies products are all natural and handmade in New York using exceptional, high-quality local ingredients. Welcome, Eileen.
Thank you, Victoria. Today? I'm doing really well, and I'm really grateful to be here today. Thank you. I'm excited to share my story with everybody, and I'm hoping to inspire other people to live their dreams as well.
Thank you. Eileen, welcome. Can you please tell us a little bit about yourself and how your life has changed after your passion for baking became your Caliva Cookie Company? Because your cookies were amazing.
Oh.
Especially my favorite one was almond one.
Well, thank you so much, and I'm so happy that you enjoyed my my biscotti. And, I love sharing my cookies with the world. And that's one of the reasons why I started Caliva Cookie Company. I had been taking care of everyone most of my life. My dad, my brother, I helped my husband move up the ladder, and I took care of my kids. But I knew I wanted to do something for myself. And so that's when I decided to go back to school. So I went back to school in my 50s, and I started businesses in my 50s as well. I enrolled at SUNY Adirondack, and at the time I was working at the YMCA full time. So I took my classes in the evening, most of them, and some online. So I earned my associate's degree in management, marketing, entrepreneurship. And then I transferred. I loved learning so much. I'm a self-learner. And so I decided to transfer to SUNY Empire in marketing because I absolutely loved marketing. And I took a full semester there in marketing. Yes, in digital marketing. But I really wanted to do was starting my own business. So I took a semester off. I kind of dove in to learn. I wanted to learn everything I possibly could. I wanted to do everything right. So I took an online non-credit course in WordPress so I could learn how to create my own website.
Oh, wow.
And then I also took a course. It's a startup 80K. It's a program where business mentors work with you, and it's it's international. And so I worked with them as well. As you know, everybody knows COVID hit in 2020. And so we transferred online. I finished my classes online, and I had gone through some cookbooks that I inherited from my grandmother, and I found a recipe, and I just started playing with it and baking, because at the time everybody was home, stuck in their house. So, and I grew up baking with my grandmother. And I always enjoyed that. So I started baking, and I started, you know, creating these cookies and sharing it with my friends and family, and they absolutely loved them. People asked me, "Why don't you sell these cookies?" So, so I did. So I just started, I started up my business. I opened up Caliva Cookie in July of 2021. I can't believe it's been almost 4 years right now that I've been
Yeah.
running my business. And I also teach biscotti classes
Oh, wow.
to through some of the local colleges here in Bosse's for adults and children. I also love, speaking to the students and encouraging them to start their business and, living their dream. And I mean, I can't believe that, I'm doing what I love and making people happy. And that's the thing, I mean, I love about my business is the people I've met. And if I can just make one person smile, I feel like I'm doing something good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's so beautiful. I love
Thank
it.
you.
I love it. Yes.
So,
Where you said that you went back to school in your 50s and then you started your company in July of 2021.
correct.
Who supported you during your journey, and what did you have any toughest moments during that time?
So, yes. So who supported me was I really was fortunate to have all the support through SUNY Adirondack. They, my professors, they really backed me up and supported me with my business. I would say my family, my friends, my mentors. I had a few mentors, and it's always good, to have one or two mentors to help
Mhm.
you out. Of course, my family, they supported me as well. I'm really fortunate that I had all that support, because I know that I couldn't have done it without the support that I had.
Did you have moments that you just wanted to give up? Like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to do it.
I think it's important to keep a positive mindset, believing in yourself. Also, building an excellent relationships with your customers, your clients. This helped me. I love meeting people, and I enjoy talking to people and hearing their stories, and that just made me feel. Helped me feel more confident, eager to succeed. So always find the positive in difficult situations.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you remember your first sale when you just decided that you actually starting selling your product?
One of my first sales was through like the Welcome Center. I started selling there. People started, buying my product and loving it. And then I started selling at some of the local stores in the Capital District. I sell at Buckley Farms as for one of my first clients that I sold my product at, and I've been there since the beginning. Finishing Touches, and they're another one that I sell my product at. They have a coffee bar there as well. Mohawk Valley Welcome Center. Those are just a few of them that I sell my product at. And of course, families and friends. And
Yes.
and then through my website, that really helped build my business as well.
Mm-hmm. But do you remember when that moment in time, I guess it was early in July, then July 2021, then you just made the decision, okay, I'm going to sell it. So I am taking my passion in cooking, cookies and biscottis,
Yes.
and bringing them to people for sale. And I know that why I'm asking this question, because a lot of people, they're so afraid to take their hobbies to the next level, their passion, and start charging money for what they do.
Yes.
So do you remember that moment? Like, okay, I'm going to make it, because you have to wrap them, right? Bake, wrap, and you do everything. It's all handmade.
Right.
So what helped you to go and sell in a welcome center, kind of say, hey, hello, here's my cookies, right?
Yeah.
And you may have heard like, oh no, thank you very much, but you heard yes. But what helped you to actually go and offer it to people
Yeah.
as a product?
Yeah. That's a good question. Well, one of the biggest challenges starting a business is the fear of failure. Learning from your failure. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to go out there and talk to people. You'll be surprised, how many people really are out there that want to support you and enjoy something that's homemade. So I would, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to fail and, learn from your mistakes. Also, it's business, when you first start out as an entrepreneur, you're doing everything yourself. People don't realize that too. You're doing the baking, you're doing the networking, you're doing the deliveries. You're filling orders on your website. You're packaging everything there. It's very time consuming. And biscotti, if it's Italian cookie, and it's a twice baked cookie. And my cookie is it's not like the traditional biscotti you have. This is more of like a soft, crispy cookie. But you can still dip it, in your favorite beverage. And it's great with coffee and tea. People love homemade, a homemade product. I mean, it's you said, my product, I use all high-end ingredients, no fake additives. I only want to use the best in my product. There's not a lot of time in a day. And, I wish, I had more time, but, we have so much, right? And we all do. And, there's so much, time we have to use. So, you have to use that productively. Setting goals is important, and working every day, achieving those goals. And I did want to say, don't be afraid of no's either. Don't be afraid when people says no to you, because there's always yeses that are going to be coming down the road. Don't stop. Keep going.
Yes. That's awesome. Yes. Don't stop. Don't be afraid. Ask questions, because people are willing to help, and they want to help, and they want to be on your path, right?
Right. Build those strong, support systems. Like I said, really have a good mentor, and, I strive on my building an excellent and strong customer service base. And those are, some of the keys to overcoming some of the challenges you face as an entrepreneur.
Yes. And you said that having your own business, it's sometimes people think it's working 24/7. And as you said, it's very time consuming, baking, wrapping, delivering, fulfilling orders, networking, maintaining your site, social media. It feels like, oh my goodness, it's like 48 hours a day.
Yes.
How do you manage that time and that workload at the beginning before you build your team up? So what kept you going and kept you continuing to grow?
Help me keep going. I guess, I'd have to say it's my customers, my clients, my mentors, my family, building, relationships with your customers, that setting detailed, measurable goals for yourself. Stay focused, make progress. More progress you make, the more you want to keep going.
Yes. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah. Looking back, what have you learned from this experience, from particularly having your passion slowly transforming into your business?
You're always learning. Even when you're making a mistake, you're learning. I used to be afraid to make mistakes, but now I realize those mistakes are actually huge learning experiences. And, I started small. I started small because I didn't want, I wasn't ready to just jump in all at once. I took baby steps along the way. I felt I learned everything I possibly could. I did. But at the beginning, I took all these classes and, I had a mentor. I worked with other business women that helped me and supported me. Like I said, you're going to make mistakes, but you're going to learn from those mistakes, and you're going to do better next time. So I would say, keep going. And what keeps me motivated, it's my passion. I love what I do. I love waking up and every day, I jump out of bed. I get so excited. I used to, like at the beginning, I would talk about biscotti nonstop. And oh my gosh, I would drive my family crazy because they were like, that's all you do is talk about biscotti. Well, it's something I enjoy doing. And when I started, of course, it brought back a lot of memories from my grandmother. I grew up, very close to my grandmother, baking with her in the kitchen. And, my family's Italian, so we made everything from scratch. I learned, and I learned from my grandmother. I learned from my mom, and my kids. They learned. They started young. They were 2 years old, up on the stools, and they could reach the counter and bake with me. I wanted them to learn everything that I learned and have the same experience that I had growing up. So my son's like gourmet chef by hobby, and my daughter's an amazing baker. She bakes all the pies for the holidays. And so it's all in the family. And we all enjoy what we're doing. But what really, but I loved when people tell me that they love my product and they want me to keep making my biscotti. For instance, yesterday, I'm at the Saratoga Farmers Market here, Saratoga Springs, New York, on Wednesdays. And I had a lady, she came up to my table and she said, she goes, I love your product. She goes, I buy your biscotti at the store in Malta, Finishing Touches. And I always buy one of each flavor. And I said, I was so excited to hear that from somebody. And I said, what's your name? Her name was Olga. And she said to me, I usually always buy, one of each flavor, but I always have 2 or 3 in the pantry. And then I'll go out and buy more. And my husband says to me, you already have 2 or 3 in the pantry. Why do you need more? She's like, I don't want to run out. So, so that's what, really, really makes me happy when I hear I'm making other people happy too.
Yes, because your biscotti are amazing. Yes, this is my favorite one. Almonds one. Yes, I think my friends will get it for Christmas.
Yes, I want one of each flavor though, so they can,
one of each flavor. Yes,
so they can choose their favorites.
Yes, yes, yes. This is amazing. I think having feedback from clients and customers, this is what keeps you going, right? And what keeps you motivated. Yeah. But you also said that you started small, like very small. I guess you were just by yourself and you grew over the last 3 years, right?
Yes, that's true. Yes. I've been fortunate that I've had a couple culinary students through SUNY Adirondack that helped me out. In fact, I am going to have my first intern that's going to be working with me at my commercial kitchen.
Wow.
And she will be starting in the next week or so. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited about it. And she will be with me for a few months. So she'll be doing her whole internship with me. I have a commercial kitchen because I couldn't produce enough of my product in my home kitchen. In the fall, in September, last fall, a new commercial kitchen opened up in Troy. So I was one of the first ones there in the kitchen. Wow. So it's a state of art. They have, everything there that you need to use to bake. And so having an extra hand with me will be very helpful.
So you still do bake just by yourself?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know. I hear that. I hear that a lot. You do all the baking. So I'm up early in the morning, 4 or 5 o'clock. I'm the first one up, and I'm in the kitchen baking, and I do that in 3 or 4 times a day. I take to do for my baking. And, I do try to, I have a family. So it's important. That's so important to balance your work, your business with your family and your friends. And, take time out for yourself. In fact, last Christmas, I had a 6-page article that came out in one of the Saratoga magazines here when it came out at Christmas time. That brought a lot of business in for me through my website, and people were, also buying it at the local stores. Mm-hmm. So I was producing, my biscotti and cookies for customers, nationwide through my website, shipping that, and then also through the stores as well. Very challenging, but I enjoyed it. Although it was a lot. It's a lot for one person, and I ended up getting burned out. And that happens in business when you're running a small business yourself. So I learned a lesson then. I learned a huge lesson, and I ended up going on a retreat this past summer, a women's retreat in Lake George for a few days, and I just had an amazing time, and it really helped me to relax and just energize myself, and I could come back and feel fresh and ready to
go.
Right.
I know how you feel. We met actually there.
Yeah. So, as women, we try to do everything ourselves, and it's just so important that we do think of us. We put, our kids are so important to us, and our husbands, our spouses, and, that it's okay to take time out for yourself. It's okay to go on, a retreat. It's okay to take a mini vacation. It's okay to say no. You have to learn to say yes to the things you enjoy and no to the things that, you don't want to. At the beginning, when I did start, I got a lot of people asking me to do donations, and, that's a lot. That's a lot. Yes. Even though I love to donate, I do donate to this homeless shelter, and I just they just opened up another location, and so I donated the other day to them, to help people with mental illness, addictions, veterans, and that's something that's near to my heart that I like to donate for to. And I, there's other charities that I'd like to donate down the road but that's, down the road once my business starts growing more.
Yes.
So it's always nice to give back. When you give back, you always, like they say, you always receive much more back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So how do you balance your family, your business, kids? And as we just discussed, it's challenging, right?
Yes.
And sometimes going on a retreat just once a year may not be enough. It's very powerful and recharging, and actually keeps you being motivated, keeps you going and achieving your dreams. But on a daily basis, how do you manage to balance your personal life with your business?
Yeah. So I had to learn, I like I said, in my life, I've always taken care of everybody, helped everybody else. So, and that's, I decided I wanted to do something for myself. So I've learned, you really have to balance. So why I do is the way I balance my week is that, like I said, I have 2 or 3 days that I bake. I get up early, do my baking. I have a strong faith, so I do like to start the day out positive. In the morning, I do pray. I go on walks, get my exercise. Getting out in the fresh air, it just re-energizes me. I love the outdoors. My husband and I, we have a place we go up north to spend time up there. Like to go hiking and kayaking, and just being out in the mountain air, fresh air feels good. And just taking time like that and doing, things that you enjoy doing. It's not always, you can't be working 24/7 because, like I said, you're going to burn yourself out.
Yeah,
and it's hard to get back. I mean, it took me 2 weeks to get back feeling better. But Januaries are usually quiet. That's a time to, after the holidays, I can spend more time for myself and my family. Every year we'll go on a family vacation somewhere as well. Even though my kids are grown, they still like to come along. Yeah.
This is amazing. Yes. Yeah, you're very lucky.
I know some parents that, the older kids, they don't want to be seen with their parents. So, but we're lucky that it's not with us. Yeah.
Yeah. This is so beautiful. Yes. And I think having those family vacations, they energize you as well, right? Even though they're all grown up right now, you still have that family unity. Maybe it's an Italian blood. What do you think?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that was it, eat together, stay together. And that's what my mom always said too. So that's one thing we do too, is we have dinner every night together. Back when my daughter was in college, she'd come home, with her laundry. Always. She do the laundry. She actually likes doing laundry, so that's fine with me. But we would have dinner, and my daughter would say to me, she goes, Mom, all my friends are surprised that we still do dinner every night, because none of my friends do that anymore. And I was like, that's so sad to hear that families don't, they don't sit down at the table together and, talk about your day, enjoying conversations and laughing. And not having your phone at the table,
Yes. No TV and no phones.
No phone, no TV. No. We don't have none of that at our table. We're grateful, that we still do that together to this day.
Definitely. I do it with my son too, just 2 of us, but we do have dinner together. So it's a must. And for me, it's reconnecting with him, kind of ground him to be home with me, sharing what happened with him at school. So, and I think that really helps to have that family bonding time. So yes, so I do get it. Yes. So it really, and I think it's building traditions as well. So your kids are older, they will have their families and they will have the same thing kind of passing from generation to generation. I think
right. Yes. Hopefully. Yes. Yeah, that's great that, that's great that you do that with your son. And yeah, I know do you just have the one child?
Yeah, I have only one child.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's only 10, so I still
Oh, okay. Yeah,
we
he's
shall
10,
see what
so.
he'll say when he's 15, but yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yes.
hopefully he'll enjoy that, time with
Yeah.
his mom down the road as
Yes.
well. Yes.
Yeah.
We hope.
So we kind of
right?
build. Yes. Yes. So, Eileen, your story is so powerful and inspiring that just by going back to school in your 50s, learning world press, I think it's I know what it means. Did you build your own website, by the way?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I created my own website through WordPress. I maintained my website for several years until this past May. I actually reached out to a marketing business that created a new professional website for me, and they're also maintaining that as well. Mm-hmm. So I do have a little help with that now, which gives me more time to focus on the rest of the other part of the business. So check out my website. It's www.calivacookies.com. And every season I changed my flavors of my biscotti and my cookies. Huh? So for the fall, I have apple pie, pumpkin spice. Those are, two of the favorites right now. During Christmas holidays, I'll have some new flavors. I have Christmas confetti, chocolate salted caramel. I have gingerbread, eggnog. Yeah, so check out some of those on my website. And like I said, we ship nationwide. And chocolate, I can't forget chocolate candy cane. That's one of the favorites too from last year. So
oh, really?
Some from last year, and then I have some new ones there as well. So yeah,
we will put a website below this episode so our listeners can go and order cookies. So yes, for fall and winter, for Christmas. Yes, they're amazing. Thank you, Eileen, for sharing your beautiful story, inspiring story that going back to school, it's never too late to go back to school. Even though if you take care of your family, your relatives, right, your house, you still have time for yourself. And it doesn't matter the age. So the age doesn't matter. Let's put it this way. You build your own business from your passion, and your grandmother's recipe, more people can enjoy those biscottis, cookies, and they're absolutely amazing. I'm more amazed by you that you still bake by yourself, and it means that there is a lot of love and heart I put into those cookies. I love to call it secret ingredient when I cook. And I think people do feel it. Yes. I like your attitude about being positive, believing in yourself, learning from your own mistakes, and sometimes just being positive about the mistakes, because if we didn't make them, we wouldn't learn, right? And having that balance in your life that you were able to create again, that you learned from your own mistake by burning out, I guess, in December. So finding that balance, nourishing yourself with going outside, taking trips with your family, taking trips with your husbands, and just be out there and really enjoy life. This is just amazing, powerful, and very much inspiring. Thank you so much. Would you like to share any final encouragements or like legacy message that you can share with people who are going through the same thing right now, who may be thinking about starting their own business, or they think, oh my goodness, it's too late, something that would encourage them to continue and enjoy what they do.
Yeah, absolutely. That I can inspire other people. It's like you said, it's never too late to live your dream. And you're never too young either. I mean, kids should, should go after their dreams, what they love to do. I mean, yes, we're parents. We, encourage our kids to go in certain directions, but, it's important to listen to your heart, listen to what what makes you happy, what's your passion, and go out and do that. And, live your own life. Like I said, at 50, I went back to school, and I started my own business. I can tell you that if that's what you want to do, then do it. Life is short. Go out there and live your dream. And, a lot of people are saying, oh, why, I'm too old for that. I hear that a lot. And, friends, oh, I'm too old for that I can't do that. Why start now my age? I'm just happy where I am. You're never too late to learn something new. I think it's important too, as you age, you get older, just keep moving and keep learning. Inspire, you're inspiring your children when they see you doing something. And I mean, I'm hoping, my kids are seeing, watching me at my age, I'm growing a business, that may inspire them to do, to keep going and doing something they enjoy doing, and learning from others. And there's mentors out there. There's people out there that want to help you. So, and I love helping other women in business. And I've helped, others with marketing. And, I think that's important to look for that support.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome,
so you
Victoria.
Thank you. You can find more information and buy tasty biscottis and cookies and connect with Eileen by following the links in this episode. And thank you so much again, Eileen, for being here and sharing your story.
You're so welcome. And thank you so much for having me here. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it and talking to you.
Thank you.
It's been fun.
And I want to remind everybody that no matter how tough things get, you are not alone.